but then he wants to be there, you get to have her, but then you're abusing her. So it also affects him. And at that time, know what I'm going through. So you see, when you understand people, whatever healing can come different with deliverance. If you understand a young man at this situation, it helps you to heal you. Even if you got bitterness against your parents. But the woman did something, I will never forgive her. If you can't understand his story, you will say, Mama, I'm sorry. Mama, I think God gets to have you. Go ahead, yeah. Don't go to that Gibson story.
So, I started crying and Pastor Gibson asked me, make put those things behind. You can't have a mother now, put it behind. Let me give you something.
This time you're not ready to him detail some of the things you know.
What he know me to be is just a guy that like playing basketball, but that's my talent. That's one thing I sent me to school. And he only knew me to be a quiet person. And let me say, when people are quiet, it's not that they're ready for you, it's just like you have your sorrow, no one can listen to you, so you swallow it and sit down on top of that pain. And you see people walking around you, they say, oh man, you're too easy, you're not ready, easy. But your pain can be explained. And even if you try to explain, no one will listen because you are just a nobody. And listen to one of the choir start saying, God has a way of changing a nobody to somebody. That was the quotation Pastor Gibson gave me. God has a way of changing nobody. And he gave me a book, Get Off the Ash.
So this book is written by Pastor Joe. We gave a copy to Pastor Gibson, and Pastor Gibson gave it to him to read. Yeah.
Okay, so I got a copy of the book, and then he told me, read the book the whole morning. What got me glued to the book was my forwardness was my backwardness. And I sat down and went to the book. I read the book up and down and up and down. And the only one that just kept on playing my mind, I've been backward for long.
So does it actually you were sitting over?
Sat down on my pain. Imagine that day when I got back, I was on Wednesday, I was grabbing feet in the children in the church. I said, Pastor, let me tell you something when I got back. He said, what? And you're in this church and you're quiet this way?
So after reading his book before you,
yeah.
And let me tell you, the reason is that in this book, Pastor Joe shared his own abuse. There is something he's been a pastor for many years, he couldn't say it. So that's the inspiration that caused him to write his book. Some of you need to read it, we got some copies here. Being a pastor, but what brought him full healing was when that actually sitting over that bitterness when he let it go. At an early age, you were abused. So you get kept it in. You're born again, you child of God, you preach it, you say, but it's still there, so you're not fully healed. So hearing Pastor Joe from the story, I let it actually go. It was able to make it all that quietness have been for people to hear the story. Yeah.
And it took me hours to just explain a few or 5 paragraphs. Because I could see from 3 days old, I was projecting my 3 days old. It was like today. I could see the flogging of people. I could see people standing in my face and insulting me. I could see people telling me you were nobody. You don't get money, you get bad, nothing can come out of you. Imagine up to the time I built your website page with Tuna. I should have received 10,000. The demon student look at me and say, where am I? Where your body? When I get outside, give me $100, you'll pay my way. I could see the reflection of my mind. Nothing came out of my mind.
10,000 US for the work. Actually, specialist years old. But because nobody reject you.
I cried for maybe 1 day. I knew it was part of me, but tears were almost my everyday thing. So, it's my culture to cry. Because I felt that the only way I can free myself, because no one can listen easily. And then Pastor Gibson, then I saw the website of this book on the back. So I said, Pastor, I want to hear this man say something about his life to me. Then Pastor Gibson then said, get in contact with somebody that I know. He didn't tell me he knew the woman. So he gave me the number and I started calling 2 or 3 times. That's the same. And it was a joke first. But when I met him, he made the same statement. God has the way of changing a nobody to somebody. And there was something that pains me the most when he told me, only you have this story that can change another person with this story. And I woke up and went back home. When I'm on my way going back home, I sat in the car and started crying. And God asked me why. I said, because I reached the time I kept my mother in heart with hate. There were times in my life I swear to God that the day I see my mom eye to eye, hell will send me to hell and hell will take her. Even if she commits sin, I will take all her sin because I wanted to pay it back. I wanted her to feel what I felt from birth. I wanted to feel how it feels like.
Get on your ass!
Wow. I was just talking to a little guy, a friend, popular guy, but boy man, they all right. Moses. People don't understand what he been through. And they call him the worst criminal. And Moses cried this morning. Pastor Dickerson said he don't carry to church. I talked to men, they all told me, say, Makaya, one thing in the back of my mind now, I know what I did. I remember what I want to do. There's a guy who all rejected living in the same room. 8 persons in the same room. Rejected boys will lay down. These people lay their head behind and be crying. Meaning when there's no food, and other people will full food to their house. And they'll be throwing the rest and other things around. When in your house, you come from school, you already qualified to work. Even your mother, you will get ready to get work easily. And then you have to go clean up somebody's thing, you gotta wash somebody's pot, and you washing your pot and they're cursing you and telling you words. You just gotta wash that pot to continue going to school or eating.
Amen. Amen. Remember that your story too sweet. Amen. You're not ending this story today. It's too sweet. No, you're not ending this today. It got so many dimensions to it. But listen, since we started interacting, there are a lot of things we want to do. But from reading this book, getting contact or inspiring, he wants to use his story to share with a lot of people. Share the thing I want to say, share the one with the lady in the car. Then before I say what I want to say, the lady you met in the car, get back, share your story.
Okay, while on my way coming to Pastor Sam that morning, I was in the car and I was on the phone. And a friend, a girl called Mercy, I was explaining about my story. He said, I want to tell you my secret. I think I told you that my father from 13 years old and 28 years old, my father is still having sex with me, sorry, in my handles. So I said, you mean it?
Papa! But she can't tell anybody.
She can't tell anybody, but
because people not listening. They will say that they don't get anything. That you will say she's responsible. So she keeping it because her story, she bold enough to confess to him.
And she was on the phone. While she was crying, another lady read by me in the church circle said, "Come on, you finish. I want to ask you something. You pastor?" I said, "No." "You won't be pastor?" I said, "No. I've never wished to be a pastor." And she said, "Why?" And I said, "Because the wrong people in my life were pastors. The very great people in my life who did wrong to me were pastors. They were church goers. They were people who pray every morning, every night, every evening. He
want to be pastor, he want to be church, nothing. Because the people who are abusing our pastor and church people. To be honest, we all got problems, but it's good to just see people and meet them where they are. You might not be able to do a lot for them, but just listen.
I'm saying this, don't get it twisted. I hated God from childhood.
It's good to be honest.
I hated God. The reason was, what I went through with God was very good. Why didn't you come into my life? Why you can't bring a mother? Even if not my own. But let me tell you.
That story?
From the woman's story, I've understood that it was not only us seated on the table. There were so many people like me who swallowed it. Some of them died with it. Some of them, laid their head to rest in the coffin and said, "I'm gone." So she said, "I want to tell you something." We got on a pack of me and I said, "What?" He said, "Let's go to my business." We went to a shop. She said, "I want to tell you that I'm an orphan." "Are you looking for that? You tell me you're orphan." I was just trying to joke with her and she said, "Apart from that, I hate men." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "My father abused me. Up to this day, I've been married, but my husband and I divorced because every time I see him like my father." I was standing, looking at her and asking myself, what can I do now? Look at me. I'm myself, look at my own story. I look at so well to hang it. And you bring your own and hang your own problem on me. When I came that day and Daddy told me, he said, "My man, you got the story, you got the way to health." And from there, I started calling other people. It was calling other people that made me to understand that the late that the water Gunungani was an orphan. Yeah, he was an orphan. His sister and his 2 other daughters called me day before yesterday and said, "Our father was like you.
CJ.